Welcome to Hospitality Property School. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Jerry McPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson, and today I'm going to talk about how negative reviews can be good for your business. I don't care what business you're in. If you're dealing with the public, there are going to be times when you get negative reviews, and there's very little you can do about that. Your choice lies what you do with them. Now, you can cover your ears and close your eyes and hope they go away, but unfortunately, with the internet, that is never going to happen. Let's take a quick second to review some statistics from staticbrain.com. The number of travel bookings made on the internet each year are 148.3 million. The percentage of all travel reservations made on the internet, 57%. Percentage of same-day hotel reservations made from a smartphone, 65%. And these statistics are actually 2 years old. The number's gone way up since. These statistics show that it is vitally important for hospitality properties to have a strategy in place to find out what guests are saying about them when leaving a review. Now, I should make it clear right now that any hospitality property owner hoping to monitor every possible review about their property is in for a very difficult time, since almost every online travel agency has feedback or comment sections about hotels. So instead of driving yourself crazy, you should focus on a couple of the largest sites that have leverage in the hospitality and travel market, and they can give you a good idea about what is being said on other sites. TripAdvisor is the largest site in the industry, now having over 75 million impartial reviews, photos, and advice on hotels, attractions, restaurants, and vacations, and well over 60 million individual visitors a month, according to their statistics. That makes them quite influential and often the first site people look at when looking for travel advice. There have been cases where hospitality properties trying to raise perception of their own hotel left negative reviews on TripAdvisor trying to smear the image of the competitors. This hurt the reputation of TripAdvisor a little bit, but it still remains a massive authority. Other sites that hold influence in the industry are those that provide booking services, such as Orbitz, Travelocity, and Expedia. They are important because they have a large number of users, and a negative review could make a potential customer choose another property. You have to monitor social media. A bad review on Facebook or Twitter can take off in no time and within days be on tens of thousands of timelines. The last type of review site that you should stay aware of are travel guides. Photoers and Fromers should be on the top of your list, and more often than not, feedback from these type of publications come from experienced staff. Now, I have heard a couple of hospitality property owners say, "A couple of bad reviews won't hurt my business. I can offer discounts." Research has shown that a slowdown in bookings due to bad reviews cannot be countered with discounts, at least not enough to recover the lost original business. So, what can you do? Encourage your guests to fill out your survey. Surveys can guide the respondent to consider the entire experience, not just the one thing that stood out when it comes to filling out a review or an online comment. Guests who have had a problem write a review about 22% of the time. Guests without a problem write reviews about 9% of the time. Encourage your customers to leave positive reviews. The simple fact is that customers are much more likely, maybe even up to 7 times, leave a negative review or opinion. So you need to be proactive in getting people to leave positive reviews or comments. If your customer says something nice to you, then ask them to put it online. At the point of check-in and check-out, ask your customers to leave positive feedback if they've had a good time. Don't ignore negative feedback. As I mentioned earlier, it can't all be perfect all the time, and you need to have an easy process in place for guests to leave both positive and negative reviews about your comment. Engaging with a complaint in a clear, polite, positive fashion creates a much more favorable impression with potential guests than simply doing nothing. Never react in an aggressive or impolite manner, and never respond when you're angry, even if you feel the complaint or poor rating is unwarranted. I had mentioned earlier that some businesses try to stack reviews in their favor, some by paying for them or having acquaintances write them. Don't do that. If you're not delivering what you promise, word will get out through other means, and travel sites could blacklist you from their sites. Don't be tempted. It's not worth it, and you'll be found out. So how can negative reviews be good for business? They give you authenticity. When you check out a business online and see nothing but flattering reviews and 5 stars, do you believe they're all true? Or is there a little voice in the back of your brain saying, this might be too good to be true? It is possible to pay for good reviews or have a hospitality property owner get their family to write them. Nothing is perfect because we are human. We all make mistakes. If I'm looking at a hospitality property's reviews and I see a large number of great reviews and a couple of not so great reviews, I'll take a little time to look at it further. We all have those days where we can miss a hair in the sink or the scrambled eggs are too cold. And if I see this type of thing written up in a review, I don't get too worried. 2, you recognize fixable weak points. As a business owner, this is valuable information, so you need to know what needs to be fixed. Negative reviews help your business improve by showing you areas where you can do better. Instead of fearing these type of reviews, welcome them as an unfiltered look into your business. Once you know there's a problem or the areas where your customers were accused, you can resolve the problem and make the experience better for everyone. Instead of fearing these comments, thank the people for leaving them and tell them how you're going to change things to make them better. 3, let your customer service skills shine. If a customer takes the time to let you know what or where you can do better, thank them. This is valuable information. It also gives you a chance to show off your customer service skills while giving others checking out your property an opportunity to see how much you value your customers. Potential customers can tell you a lot about your property by how you respond to criticism. If you handle a situation with grace and maturity, and when appropriate, humor, it tells them that you're a business that is confident in what you offer and how to treat people. If you get defensive or argumentative, it tells potential customers that you're a business they may want to avoid. It's important to respond wisely. 4, give your loyal guests a chance to respond. If your property has received a negative review and you feel it is unfair or undeserved, show it to some of your best, most loyal guests and ask them what they think. If they feel the review is justified, they'll tell you, and then you can correct the problem. If they don't, they're likely to go and respond to the comment for you to help set the record straight. In many cases, if loyal customers feel they are wronged, they'll come to your defense and support your brand. If treated right, guests can be passionate about the people and the properties they frequent. And if they see someone talking badly about their hotel or their bed and breakfast, they're going to jump into that conversation and fight for you. 5, you can change the conversation. As much as no one likes to see negative comments about their property, they do give you a chance to change the conversation about that person's experience. By responding maturely, validating the criticism, offering a promise to do better, you can significantly increase somebody's impression of your brand. And truly, if someone's not happy with your service, don't you want to make it right and improve it? Reviews are important, and the more positive reviews you have, the more likely it is a new customer will feel comfortable taking a chance on your business. But negative reviews can also have their place and can offer benefits to any business. It's normally at this point in a conversation about reviews, I've heard many hospitality property owners tell me that they don't have time to search online for reviews about their property. Well, if you're only getting a few so-so negative reviews, you can probably live with that. But if you're getting reviews that damage your image and you're not dealing with them, it can have a major negative impact on your business. If you can't do it yourself, it's worth taking the time to give the task to a trusted employee or invest in an online reputation management or ORM company. These are companies who can manage your brand online and can complement the investment you make each year on advertising, marketing, and promotional activities. In conclusion, if you aren't managing what people read about you online, then much of this investment may go to waste when people read something negative about your establishment. There is no point in spending a budget on raising the profile of your property if your profile is stained. If you have any interesting stories about negative reviews and would like to share, or have any questions or feedback, leave them in the comment section of the show notes at keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com/KHDC043. Well, that's it for today's session of Hospitality Property School. We appreciate your comments, so please, if you have any topic ideas, feel free to reach out on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or by email at info@keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com. As always, let's work together to put heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.